In our Ohio Getaway segment, if you don't have any plans for the weekend, Erica Robbins has some ideas for history buffs in this week's Ohio Getaways.
There's a part of Central Ohio that's like no other. Going back there is like going back in time. Heather Weber takes us to Central Ohio's most popular travel destination.
In the neighborhood of German Village, just south of downtown Columbus, there's a real sense of community.
This is the largest privately restored historic district in the United States, and with an emphasis on privately restored.
The area was almost destroyed because of tough times following the World Wars. Resident Frank Fetch helped establish German Village as a protected historic preservation district about 40 years ago.
All of these homes and all of the work that's been done here to restore and preserve this era have been done with private monies.
With a name like German Village, you would expect this area to look like Germany. But the German immigrants built this working class neighborhood with materials from here, doing the best they could with small lots.
This is a German community in Columbus, Ohio. I don't know that it looks anything like anything in Germany.
The most German thing here is Schmidt's Sausage House. President Jeff Schmidt is fourth generation. They haven't really changed the authentic German menu since the restaurant opened in the 1960s.
Because of our packing house expertise, we have a couple of our own sausage items that were developed way back in the 1800s from German recipes. One's sort of got a little goofy name. It's called a Bahama Mama, but it is a German smoked spicy sausage.
The village is full of restaurants, bakeries, and little shops. David Morneau is visiting from Maine.
I like it because it's nothing like where I come from. There's no big German settlement, so we're all French.
Schmidt's Fudge House offers 13 flavors of fudge. Phil knows the key to making it tasty.
Working on the table, keeping it on the table.
Okay. It's not as easy as it looks.
Help me, Phil. Save the fudge. The Book Loft is one of the most popular places to visit in German Village. There are 32 rooms full of books. It's one of the largest independently owned bookstores in the country.
It'll take you a while to wind your way through all the rooms. To see everything during a visit here, the German Village Society offers various guided tours of this unique neighborhood. Alf Fiederzane from German Village, I'm Fraulein Weber for the Ohio News Network.
Thanks, Heather. If you want to enjoy German food, music, and dancing, the German Village Oktoberfest is just around the corner. It's the weekend of September 21st at Brewer's Yard in the Brewery District.
Minutes now before 6 o'clock. A whole new tradition is brewing just outside of German Village as Oktoberfest kicks off this weekend. Vendors have already set up booths and party tents in an effort to capture the flavor of Germany.
We're trying to make the festival a lot more German-centered to some degree, and to bring it back to German Village. We'd gotten away from that over the last few years, and so we're trying to make it a little more traditional festival.
The event this year will be known in what's now known as Brewer's Yard. That's where it'll be held. That's on Sycamore and Front Street. Oktoberfest begins tonight and runs through Saturday.
In a matter of hours, one of our area's biggest events will get underway, offering plenty of entertainment, food, and beer.
Oktoberfest has been named one of the top 100 events in America, and you can find out why for yourself later this afternoon. Director of Entertainment Wayne Owens is joining us from the new site of the Oktoberfest with more. Wayne, we should probably first off say good morning. Thank you for coming in so early.
Well, good morning, Tyler. You can see I'm first in line down here.
Well, you might be glad of that later on when there are huge lines. Let's talk about first this new site so people don't go to the wrong location.
Well, we're down on Front Street, the German Village Brewery District, if you will. Great new digs, all new. As you probably heard, we brewed up a new tradition for you this year. Kept a lot of the old things that we've had over the past years. But boy, we got a lot of new stuff this year.
And Wayne, we were mentioning the time before, and I hope we have it right. It does start about 4:30 this afternoon, right?
Gates open at that time. Tapping of the first keg starts at 5 o'clock. And we're under a tent, Mr. Nunley, so we don't care if it rains. It doesn't bother us a bit.
Talk about some of the entertainment folks are going to see tonight and this weekend.
Well, we've got the traditional with Sound of Sorgenberger, Hank Haller, Franz Clobber and the Clobberheads. That's a, go figure, a polka show band. Tonight we have a group coming in. Eskuska. It's so big we had to build a special stage for them. That's for the young people. It's a hip-hop Creole bluegrass group. Go figure, huh?
Hip-hop Creole bluegrass. Wayne, explain to people that don't know, because people new to the area wonder, Oktoberfest in September?
Well, years ago, the king married his daughter off in Bavaria and invited the folks over to the house, and got a little cold after a while. They kept doing it year after year, and you know those Germans, they don't want snow in their beer, so they moved it into September. And that Borsteiner beer gets a little thin too if it snows or rains, so that's why we got the tents, so that's why we have it in September.
Wayne Owens, thank you. We'll be checking back with you a little bit later this hour.
Good.
Thanks.
Thank you, Tyler.
The German tradition continues here in Columbus. It's Oktoberfest. The tapping of the first keg at 5 tonight, opening this year's Oktoberfest in the Brewery District at Front and Sycamore. There are 4 stages of entertainment. The Kinderplatz, a special place for kids, plenty of dancing, food, and of course German beer. Tickets are $7. Kids under 12 are free. Another great family fun event this Sunday. It is the New Albany Class Invitational Grand Prix at the Wexner Estate. The main event is the American Horse Show Association jumping event, plus plenty of fun for kids with face painting and carnival rides, arts and crafts, and a petting zoo. So if you're up for something a little more adventurous than that, Cedar Point begins its Hello Weekends.
Gotta love that. They were dancing with furniture during Oktoberfest in German Village today. The Donauschwaben Schuhplattlers provided plenty of entertainment, including an arm wrestling competition. 62 bands performed on 3 different stages, and there was plenty of tasty German food and microbrews to go around. Oktoberfest is a celebration that blends a time-honored German festival with the vitality and charm of a thriving urban neighborhood, just like that of German Village.
Beautiful day out for that festival.
The later
today.
host might have been too much. I mean, it was warm out there.
It was.
That's right.
Party's almost over there, huh?
Yeah, just a few hours away, actually. They are.
So finally tonight, Wunderbar. That's how folks are describing this year's Oktoberfest.
Sehr gut und viel Spaß. Tonight, the 3-day celebration is winding down. 52 bands grace the stages during the neighborhood party that boasts the feel of a traditional German festival.
And this year's celebration made a concerted effort to brew up its original theme as an entertaining Bavarian festival. Looks like they hit the mark, too.
We are in the new center kitchen this morning hoping to share the flavor of German Village. That is the name of a brand new cookbook that was put out by the German Village Society. It's right here. See, right here. And we're going to talk to a contributor this morning. He's Dave Wible. You might notice him, or you might know him also as the executive director of the North Market. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for coming in.
It's great to be here.
Now, you're a contributor to Share the Flavor.
I have
What did you put in?
4 or 5 recipes in here, and I'm not a chef. I'm a cook. So I think it's a real tribute to the cookbook in that it's a cookbook that is easy to work with, and it's not for high-line chefs. Although there's some great recipes in the back of the book.
Anybody can put them together?
Absolutely.
Okay. What are you making for us this morning?
We're going to try 2 things. We're going to try a green bean with roasted shallots and fennel, and we're also going to try to do, I say try, we're going to try we're going to try to do a Japanese grilled squid.
Okay. Well, get us started on the beans.
Very simple. Again, I'm a cook, not a chef, so this is a very simple recipe. We have French green beans, haricots verts, a little nicer quality than the regular green bean that you find.
And where did you get these?
San Filippo's at North Market, of course. We're going to put these in boiling water.
Alrighty.
We're essentially going to just blanch them for about a minute.
Okay.
And I just want to put those in there, and while we're in there, I have been roasting some shallots.
And
fennel here. So this is just easily roasted, sliced, peeled the shallots here, and the fennel, which I can show you in a second here.
Okay.
It's very
with
easy
a little
to
bit
work
of
with.
olive oil?
A little bit of olive oil on there, and a little bit of kosher salt.
Okay.
Fennel here.
Now, how do you pick out fennel? What should you
Well,
look
I think
for?
you just look for a nice bright white bulb and then a nice kind of fuzzy top here.
Okay.
And all we'll do is, it's very easy with the fennel, is that you just slice it just like this.
Okay. Yes,
Very
that
easy.
looks pretty good.
Yeah, and then you just throw
And
it in
you
your
just throw it in the olive
roasting
oil.
pan with your shallots. So I'm going to
Sounds
set those
pretty easy.
here.
Well, I know you wanted to get to the second thing as well.
Okay.
So
Let me just show you. Then this is your finished product, which you come out with, which is the fennel here, green beans, shallots. There we go.
Looks good.
Pretty easy.
And you could serve this with the second thing we're going to make.
Well, this is a really nice holiday dish.
Okay.
Go well with. Turn that down. This is
How
now.
are things going at the North Market?
The market is great.
Is
I mean,
it?
it's been very vibrant. In the past year, we've added a Japanese grocer, an Asian grocer, a Mexican grocer. We have a person coming in who's going to hand-make chocolate starting on Sweetest Day, very appropriately.
Wow.
So that'll be very nice.
Okay. We have some video up from the summertime, one of the farmers markets.
Right, we had a farmers festival. We have farmers markets every Saturday morning, which is great. Let me just show you the squid here.
Alrighty.
We're going to put a tablespoon of sesame oil.
Okay.
2 tablespoons of olive oil.
Okay.
Just careful in your hand there. We have soy sauce with a little honey. That'll go in there.
Is this your original recipe?
This is kind of an original. I've spent some time in California at the Japanese restaurant out there, which actually moved to Easton, a sushi bar, and they made a similar recipe to this.
Okay.
So this is just marinades for about an hour and a half, just like that, very easily. And we come up with this right here.
You just let it sit there for a little bit?
Just let it marinate for about an hour and a half.
Okay.
And then we're going to grill
I'm
some
told
of
to
these.
stand back, give it very smoky.
This is actually best done on a charcoal grill outside. But
Okay. Well, we still grill. I grill year-round.
we're going to grill these.
Okay. For about how long?
About a minute on each side. You don't want to overcook the squid.
Okay. So the North Market, it's raring to go, waiting for business.
It's, we have a market that's almost full of merchants. We're very close to being fully occupied. We have a brand new diner upstairs, Braddock's, which is great. So the market's been very, very vibrant and benefiting from all the great activities that are going around the Arena District and that. And so it's been a really nice year there.
Okay. I'm sure you can find this cookbook here. It's available at the German Village Meeting House as well, the Book Loft, Schmidt's, and other retail outlets. For more information, call 221-8888, or you can log on to germanvillage.org. We're going to taste this right after this break.